You never thought one phone call could change everything. It was a quiet Saturday morning. You were making pancakes. Your husband Ethan smiled from the kitchen table. He looked up from his coffee. Smells amazing, he said. You laughed. You always say that. I always mean it. Life had finally become peaceful. After years of hard work, you both had built a simple, happy life together. Then your phone rang. The screen showed one name, your younger sister, Lily. You answered right away, "Hey, Lily," but instead of hearing a cheerful voice, you hear silence, then soft crying. Your heart dropped. "Lily?" She took a deep breath. "I don't know who else to call." You stopped cooking. "What happened?" She tried to sound calm. "I lost my apartment." You couldn't believe it. "What?" "The building was sold. We all had to leave. I've been staying in my car." You covered your mouth. "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" "I didn't want to be a burden." Your eyes filled with tears. "No, you are my sister. You could never be a burden." You looked across the kitchen. Ethan was watching you. He already knew something was wrong. After the call ended, he quietly asked, "Is she okay?" You sat beside him. "No, she has nowhere to go." For a moment, neither of you spoke. You knew your house wasn't big. You only had one guest room. Money has also been tight recently. You worried Ethan might hesitate. Instead, he reached across the table. He held your hand. "What do you want to do?" You looked into his eyes. "I want her here. I want her to feel safe." Without thinking twice, he nodded. "Then call her back. Tell her she's coming home." You blinked. "Just like that?" He smiled. "Just like that." Relief rushed through your heart. You called Lily again. She answered almost immediately. "I talked to Ethan. You can stay with us." Silence. Then more tears. "Are you serious?" "Completely." "I don't know how to thank you." "You don't have to. We are family." After hanging up, you hugged Ethan tightly. "Thank you." He wrapped his arms around you. "You never needed to ask. If someone you love needs help, they matter to me too." His words stayed with you. The rest of the day, you cleaned the guest room. You found extra blankets, fresh towels, a small lamp. You wanted Lily to feel welcome. As evening came, her old car slowly pulled into your driveway. She stepped out carrying only two bags. She looked exhausted. But when she saw you, she smiled through her tears. You ran to hug her. "I missed you. I missed you too." Ethan carried her bags inside. "No heavy lifting today," he joked. Lily laughed for the first time. Dinner felt warm, simple, comfortable. For a few hours, everything seemed normal again. But later that night, as you walked past the hallway, you noticed something unexpected. The guest room door was slightly open. Inside, Lily was quietly crying again. Ethan was standing outside the room. He wasn't going in. He wasn't saying much. He simply placed a small note on the floor, along with a cup of hot tea. Then he quietly walked away. You waited until he reached you. "What was that?" you whispered. He smiled gently. "Sometimes people don't need answers. They just need to know they are not alone." You looked back towards the guest room. Then you noticed Lily opening the note. The moment she read it, her expression changed. She smiled through fresh tears. You couldn't see what Ethan had written, but somehow those words would become the beginning of a story none of you could have imagined. The next morning, you woke up early. The house was quiet. Sunlight filled the kitchen. You started making breakfast. A few minutes later, Lily walked in. She looked tired, but she also looked lighter. She smiled. "Good morning." "Morning," you replied. "Did you sleep okay?" She nodded. "Better than I have in weeks." Ethan joined you. He placed three plates on the table. "Breakfast is almost ready," he said. Lily smiled. "Thank you." After breakfast, Ethan left for work. Before walking out, he looked at Lily. "Take your time. There is no rush." She nodded. "I appreciate that." When the front door closed, Lily looked at you. "I need to show you something." She pulled the folded note from her pocket. "I have read it 10 times." She handed it to you. You unfolded it. The message was short. "You don't have to carry everything alone. One hard season does not decide your future. Welcome home." Your eyes filled with tears. "That sounds just like Ethan." Lily smiled. "I haven't heard kind words like that in a long time." You reached across the table. "You deserve kindness." She squeezed your hand. For the first time, you felt real hope. Life slowly found a rhythm. You worked from home, Lily helped around the house. She folded laundry, cooked dinner, watered the flowers. She kept saying, I want to earn my stay. You laughed. You already have. One afternoon, you noticed Ethan fixing the loose fence. Lily walked outside. Need an extra pair of hands? She asked. He smiled. Sure. You watched from the window. They worked together. They laughed when the old fence board refused to fit. Nothing felt unusual. Still, a small thought crossed my mind. Not because you doubt Ethan, but because you worried about Lily. She had been hurt before. She trusted people too easily. That evening you asked her, how are you really feeling? She looked down. I'm embarrassed. Starting over at 30 wasn't part of my plan. You hugged her. Life changes. It doesn't mean you failed. She smiled. I needed to hear that. The next morning, you helped Lily update her resume. She sent applications all afternoon. Hours passed, no replies. By evening, she looked discouraged again. I don't think anyone wants to hire me. Ethan sat beside her. They don't know what they're missing. She laughed softly. You always know what to say. He shrugged. I just tell the truth. The next day, your phone rang while you were shopping. It was Ethan. You should come home. His voice sounded calm, but different. Your heart skipped. Is everything okay? There is something you need to see. You drove home faster than usual. When you opened the front door, you froze. Lily was standing in the living room, holding an envelope. Her hands were shaking. She looked at you with tears in her eyes. Then she whispered, I never expected this to happen. You looked at Ethan, then back at the envelope. Whatever was inside, you knew it was about to change all three of your lives. Your heart started racing. You looked at Lily, then at the envelope. What is it? You asked. Lily took a slow breath. It came in today's mail. I opened it because I thought it was another bill. She looked down, but it wasn't. Ethan smiled. Go ahead, you should tell her. Lily carefully opened the envelope again. Inside was a letter. She handed it to you. Your eyes moved across the page. Then you looked up in surprise. You got the job? Lily nodded. Tears filled her eyes. I got the job. I really got it. You wrapped your arms around her. Oh, Lily, I'm so proud of you. She laughed through her tears. I can't believe someone finally gave me a chance. For the first time in weeks, you saw hope instead of fear. The whole house felt brighter. That evening, the three of you celebrated with homemade pizza. Nothing fancy, just good food, good conversation, and grateful hearts. Halfway through dinner, Lily looked at Ethan. I don't know I ever thanked you properly. He smiled. You don't have to. No, she said. I really do. She looked at both of you. When I arrived here, I felt like my life was over. I lost my home. My saving was almost gone. I didn't even believe in myself. She paused, but both of you believed in me. You treated me like family. That gave me the strength to keep trying. You reached across the table. We are always family. A few days later, Lily started her new job. She looked nervous. You helped her pick an outfit. Ethan handed her a travel mug. First day coffee, he said. She laughed. I'll need it. As she drove away, you smiled. It feels like she's getting her life back. Ethan nodded. She earned it. The weeks passed quickly. Lily came home each evening with new stories, new friends, new confidence. The sadness slowly disappeared. Then one Friday, she surprised both of you. I have my first paycheck. She held up the envelope with a huge smile. I'm taking you both to dinner. You laughed. You don't have to do that. Yes, I do. You invested in me. Now it's my turn. At the restaurant, the conversation was easy. Everyone laughed. Everyone relaxed. On the drive home, Lily became quiet. When you reached the house, she turned toward you. I've been thinking, you smiled. That usually means something important, she nodded. It does. I found a small apartment near my office. You stared at her. So soon? I think it's time. You felt two emotions at once, pride and sadness. You were happy she was moving forward, but you knew that house would feel different without her. Ethan smiled warmly. I think that's wonderful. Lily looked at both of you. I only had the courage to say yes because of this home. A week later, you helped her pack. There weren't many boxes, just enough for a fresh start. As you carried the last box to her car, you noticed a small notebook on the passenger seat. It was open. On one page, she had written three names. Yours, Ethan's, and someone else. You didn't recognize the third name. You looked at Lily. She quickly closed the notebook. Then she smiled. I'll explain, but not today. Suddenly, you realized there was still one secret she hadn't shared with either of you. The next morning, you couldn't stop thinking about the notebook. You weren't worried, just curious. Who was that third name? A few days later, Lily called. Can you and Ethan come over tonight? I have something to tell you. You smiled. We'll be there. That evening, you and Ethan drove to her new apartment. It wasn't large, but it felt warm. There were fresh flowers on the table, family pictures on the wall, and a homemade dinner waiting for you. You've made this place feel like home, you said. Lily smiled. I finally believed it is. The three of you enjoyed the dinner. You laughed about old memories, you talked about work, you even joked about Ethan's famous pancakes. Lily became quiet. She walked to a small shelf. Then she picked up the notebook, the one you saw. You noted. I've been wondering about it. She opened it carefully. I started writing in this notebook the day I moved in your house. It helped me remember every good thing that happened. She turned the pages. Each page held a lesson, a thankful moment, or a goal for the future. Then she stopped on the page with three names. The first name is yours, she smiled. You reminded me that asking for help is not weakness. She touched the second name, Ethan. He showed me that kindness doesn't need attention. He never tried to fix my life, he simply believed I could. Your eyes filled with tears. Then she pointed to the third name. It was her own. You were wondering who this was. You nodded. She